Do you want 4 toxic techniques that a narcissist uses to win arguments? Yeah, they use really toxic techniques. And if you don't know these toxic techniques, then they're going to be using them against you without you even knowing. So by the end of this video, you're going to know them, and that way they won't be able to use them against you. Hey there, I'm Rebecca Zung, and I am a globally recognized narcissist negotiation expert, and I've been recognized by U.S. News as a best lawyer in America, and I am the best-selling author of a brand new book, Slay the Bully, How to Negotiate with a Narcissist and Win. And if you're new to my channel, you can go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell because I release brand new videos every single day. And if you have been here before, then welcome back to my channel. Remember that here we provide inspiring content every single day so that you can be empowered and grow and make sure that you negotiate powerfully with narcissists so that you can break free. All right. So today, 4 toxic techniques that narcissists use to win arguments without you even knowing it sometimes. Remember that knowledge is power, and understanding these tactics will help you protect yourself and foster healthier relationships in your future. All right. So without further ado, let's get started. Oftentimes, the reason why they're doing this is from their deep-seated need for narcissistic supply to destabilize you so that when you go to negotiate with them, when you go to communicate with them, you can't think properly. And by understanding them, you will be able to be stronger. You will be able to be the smarter one. And remember, your authentic power will beat their counterfeit power every single time. Boundaries. You will be able to cultivate more meaningful connections in every area of your life. So the very first one is gaslighting. Gaslighting is a manipulative tactic that narcissists use to make their victim, their target, i.e. you, doubt your perception, doubt your memory, doubt your sanity. And what happens is a narcissist will distort the truth and deny facts and often blame the victim by saying you're misremembering things. You don't have the facts correct, or they'll exaggerate things and they'll say, you're being overly emotional because they don't want to be held accountable for their actions a lot of times. So imagine that you have a disagreement with a narcissist, or it could be a narcissistic coworker, it could be a narcissistic boss, it could be a spouse about a deadline or something that happened. They'll just continuously change the date or insist that you were the one who misunderstood the initial conversation. Another example might be if you are in a relationship with a partner and you express your feelings about something, you'll say that you were hurtful. And instead of acknowledging your emotions, they'll say you're overreacting. That is one of the ways that gaslighting can manifest itself. If you are dealing with gaslighting, it is extremely, extremely hurtful and disabling a lot of times. It can cause cognitive dissonance. It can cause you to question your own mind. It can even cause you to distrust your own mind eventually. And so you will definitely need support. So I would definitely get the help and support that you need. If you don't have access to therapy, we do have a sponsor on this channel. It is BetterHelp. You can go to betterhelp.com/Rebecca Zung to access that. It is a sponsor for us. So it means that we get paid commissions. It doesn't cost you any extra for that. We also have a free private Facebook group, which you can access at Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. Are you ready to transform lives at the deepest level while also earning money and taking your career to the highest heights? Well, if so, then my brand new Slay Master High Conflict Negotiation Certification Training is exactly what you have been looking for. Get ready to acquire the essential skills necessary to guide your already existing clients or team members through the intricacies of dealing with challenging personalities Or you can become a brand new certified coach and ignite an amazing new career and start off by knowing that you can make a real difference in people's lives. Hi, I'm Rebecca Zung, and I'm an attorney, and I've been named a best lawyer in America by U.S. News, and I'm also a globally recognized narcissist negotiation expert. I'm also the author of a best-selling book, Slay the Bully: How to Negotiate with a Narcissist and Win, and I'm the founder of the Slay method of negotiating with high conflict personalities. I am a certified coach also, and as a certified master coach in the Slay method, you will be able to guide your clients or your team members through the complexity of dealing with high conflict or narcissistic personalities, including using the power of my proven Slay method. I've literally helped thousands of people across the globe with this method, and it has saved lives in negotiating people from lives of drama, trauma, and chaos to step into lives of freedom, possibility, and purpose. And you will be able to help them do the exact same thing into finding lives of freedom and ultimately respect, acknowledgement, and that feeling of knowing that you have helped people at their deepest level of their soul, and you will be able to be paid for that. And it's not just about helping others, by the way, it's about investing in yourself and your own future. By joining this training, you will be investing in your own professional growth, enhancing your own quality of life, and unlocking limitless earning potential. Are you ready to take charge of your destiny and help shape the destinies of others while making more money doing it? Then join my free workshop, High Conflict Negotiation Certification. Boost your authority and your income. Discover why high conflict coaches are in huge demand right now, both personally and professionally. Learn how to coach people through crises, master emotional triggers, and conquer their fears, all while boosting your authority and your income. Don't miss out on this exclusive, life-changing opportunity. Just click the link to sign up for this free workshop right now. The next one is projection. Projection involves the narcissist attributing their negative qualities or feelings or actions onto others. It could be you. A lot of times it is you. Could be others. Somebody's trying to hold them accountable and they project it onto others. I call it projection and deflection a lot of times. Somebody confronts them about their behavior and they shift the focus away from them onto somebody else because they don't want their integrity to be questioned. They say, oh, it wasn't me. I always say it's like the little red hen, not I. So a narcissistic friend, for example, might accuse you of being selfish when you bring up concerns about their lack of consideration. In reality, it's them who is self-centered, but they project it onto you. They're the ones who are constantly like borrowing your stuff without asking or constantly canceling on you or whatever it is, but they project it onto you. Another one is you confront a narcissistic family member about their constant criticism. They might turn it around and accuse you of being overly judgmental, even though they're the ones who frequently criticize others. And I have a video on this, 5 telltale signs of a narcissist's last desperate bid for control. And by the way, if you're trying to disarm a narcissist, I have phrases for disarming narcissists, which you can grab at disarmthenarc.com. The next one is triangulation. So triangulation is a tactic to make you feel divided against, to make you feel confused, like they seek validation, and it undermines your credibility a lot of times. It's like manipulating people to side with them against you. So an example in a romantic relationship might be a narcissistic partner bringing in past agreements with somebody else, like, oh, my ex never had a problem with this. Why do you have to make a big deal about this? If it's a work situation, they might say a narcissistic coworker might involve a boss in a dispute to make you appear incompetent or unreliable. And they could say to your superior, I'm not sure about their ability to handle this project. They seem uncertain about this. I don't know. If it's a covert narcissist, they might even try to couch it in care. I'm just concerned about so-and-so's abilities. They seem so distracted lately. And so-and-so probably doesn't even have any family things going on, but they make it seem like they do. If you guys have seen any of this, give me an amen in the comments if you've seen any of this so far. And I would also love to hear your feedback, what other kinds of things you guys have seen so far too. All right. And then the last one is like love bombing and devaluation. Going back to their old staples, love bombing and devaluation. It's they're hot and cold. They're hot and cold, where they display that affection, and then they go back down to, who are you again? It's like gain their trust and admiration, and then back to switching to completely gutting you. So in the early stages of a relationship, they shower you with gifts, they shower you with compliments, and then immediately start criticizing you, criticizing your appearance, criticizing your achievements. And I have videos on this. I have videos on love bombing. I have videos on devaluing, which you can definitely check out. I recommend that you do. If it's a friendship, a friend might constantly praise you, think that you're amazing. And then when you need their support, they're not available for you. They're not there. They downplay your success, or they avoid acknowledging it altogether. Remember that identifying these toxic techniques empowers you to protect yourself from manipulative individuals and allows you to feel empowered. Whoever it is that you're dealing with in a day-to-day basis, they can make your life freaking miserable. So here's the first strategy. The first strategy is maintaining boundaries. I always say step 1, don't run. Step 2, make a U-turn. Step 3, break free. So the first thing that you have to do is maintain boundaries. So clear boundaries when you are dealing with somebody toxic is so important. Whether it's a boss or a colleague or a subordinate, whoever it is, toxic behavior can be so contagious, and you always have the right to say, you have to speak to me in a respectful manner. No matter who it is, you have the right to say that. And if we don't set limits, it might affect our own well-being. You dictate how people treat you by how you carry yourself, how you show up for yourself. There's an old saying, like, if you don't want to be a doormat, get off the floor. So limit unnecessary interactions and avoid engaging in, situations that are going to be putting yourself in places where you can't have boundaries, right? Don't engage in gossip. Don't engage in negative conversations. Stay professional. When you engage in situations where you're not going to be able to have boundaries, it puts you in situations that heightens the chance that you're not going to be able to have those boundaries in place. Stay professional, stay focused on your work, and it sends a powerful message that you're not one that tolerates toxic behavior. Setting boundaries means that you know when to step away from toxic conversations. Don't allow yourself to be dragged into toxic conversations or situations where you're not going to be a person who just sets the example for other people in the workplace or other people that you work with. That's number 1 for setting boundaries. The next one is seeking support from others. Dealing with toxic coworkers can feel very, very isolating, but remember, you're not alone in this. Seek support from people that you trust. If there's somebody else in that environment within the workplace that you work with that you can trust, that's great. Just stick with them. Sharing your experience can be therapeutic. Remember, like attracts like. The more that you can surround yourself with people that are positive, the better it can be. You are the product of the top 5 people that you spend the most time with. Spend more time with those people. All right. Defend your light with your life. They can maybe offer valuable insight on how to cope with those challenges as well. Confiding in them can maybe help you also. Not getting into gossip, not saying, hey, this person is that way, but saying, hey, how can I stay strong? How can I stay positive? How can I be the example? How can you be lifted up in these situations? Looking at how you can be higher, the better person, wearing that white hat. And if you can't find support within your organization, then maybe you have to stay out of that organization and find support elsewhere. And, maybe that's not the organization for you. And maybe eventually you need to find a different organization or reevaluate where it is that you are. Always looking toward defending your light with your life, being that better person, not allowing yourself to succumb to being dragged down into the mud. If you need additional support or help, we do have a sponsor on this channel, which is BetterHelp. You can go to betterhelp.com/Rebecca Zung to get therapy if that's what you need. It is a sponsor on this channel, which means that we receive commissions. It doesn't cost you any extra. We just want you to have the help and support that you need. I also have phrases for disarming narcissists, which you can grab at disarmthenarc.com. If that is something that you need, highly recommend that you get those. You can use them for emails or text messages, that sort of thing. We also have a private Facebook group that you can join, which is Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. And I recommend that you get that or join that as well. Are you ready to transform lives at the deepest level while also earning money and taking your career to the highest heights? Well, if so, then my brand new SLAY Master High Conflict Negotiation Certification Training is exactly what you have been looking for. Get ready to acquire the essential skills necessary to guide your already existing clients or team members through the intricacies of dealing with challenging personalities. Or you can become a brand new certified coach and ignite an amazing new career and start off by knowing that you can make a real difference in people's lives. Hi, I'm Rebecca Zung, and I'm an attorney, and I've been named a best lawyer in America by U.S. News, and I'm also a globally recognized narcissist negotiation expert. I'm also the author of a best-selling book, Slay the Bully, How to Negotiate with a Narcissist and Win, and I'm the founder of the SLAY method of negotiating with high conflict personalities. I am a certified coach also, and as a certified master coach in the SLAY method, you will be able to guide your clients or your team members through the complexity of dealing with high conflict or narcissistic personalities, including using the power of my proven SLAY method. I've literally helped thousands of people across the globe with this method, and it has saved lives in negotiating people from lives of drama, trauma, and chaos to step into lives of freedom, possibility, and purpose. And you will be able to help them do the exact same thing into finding lives of freedom and ultimately respect, acknowledgement, and that feeling of knowing that you have helped people at their deepest level of their soul, and you will be able to be paid for that. And it's not just about helping others, by the way, it's about investing in yourself and your own future. By joining this training, you will be investing in your own professional growth, enhancing your own quality of life, and unlocking limitless earning potential. Are you ready to take charge of your destiny and help shape the destinies of others while making more money doing it? Then join my free workshop, High Conflict Negotiation Certification. Boost your authority and your income. Discover why high conflict coaches are in huge demand right now, both personally and professionally. Learn how to coach people through crises, master emotional triggers, and conquer their fears, all while boosting your authority and your income. Don't miss out on this exclusive, life-changing opportunity. Just click the link to sign up for this free workshop right now. Just be careful about who you open yourself up to. If you're trusting people, make sure that there's somebody that you can trust. Otherwise, you might want to look into using other resources like self-help books or audiobooks and things like that. The next one is communicating assertively. When you stand in your power, it really makes a huge difference. People will think what you tell them to think. You know, when I was a lawyer for a while, and then I went into being a financial planner for a while, and then I went back to being a lawyer, and I was just starting my practice. And I was so nervous that the people in the community that I lived in were going to think that I was such a flake. And the business coach that I was working with at the time said, people will think what you tell them to think. And she said, you know, you can tell them to think that you are a flake, or you can tell them to think that you're the only lawyer who has a financial background. So therefore, you are actually more qualified than any other lawyer in town because you actually have a financial background. Which story would you like to tell? And I remember thinking, oh, maybe I'll tell that story, which is exactly what I did. And I embraced my background instead. And within a couple of years, I actually had the top family law practice in the area, representing billionaires and celebrities and all kinds of people who very clearly were not going to be hiring a flake. People will think what you tell them to think. I came in, I stood in my power, and that's what you also need to do. Communicate assertively, stand in your power. That makes a huge difference in how people will see you as well. When you find yourself in unavoidable interactions with toxic people, toxic coworkers, assertive communication is the key. Express your boundaries clearly. Let them know who you are. Don't be confrontational. You can say, I value our working relationship, but I need a more positive environment to thrive. This is not working for me. You can use I statements rather than you statements. You know, you statements tend to feel like you're blaming somebody. You can say, you know, this is not working for me. Your approach is not working for me. You know, so that the person doesn't feel attacked, making them maybe perhaps more receptive to change. That helps to disarm narcissists. I have a whole video on words that narcissists hate. You might want to check that out because maybe refrain from using those words. The next one is document incidents. Make sure that you're always documenting things that are happening, because having evidence is going to be vital when you're dealing with toxicity at work, and keeping records of incidents or, you know, anything that you witness, because down the road, if you have to have a conversation with a superior or something that happens, dates, times, specific details will definitely help you. Documentation is always a powerful resource when you need to escalate incidents to maybe human resources or higher management. Every time you encounter toxic behavior, record it, use a dedicated journal with timestamps. It can be very, very invaluable when you go to present this information to the powers that be. You want to have concrete examples of what you've been dealing with, because then if you can create summaries, once again, the volume of that can be extremely powerful and persuasive down the road. When people are looking at repeated incidents and they see that it's not just an isolated incident, it can be very, very powerful. When people can see an email trail of interactions, it can be powerful to see that you've been the good one. You've worn the good hat. You've worn the white hat, and that you've been respectful, that you've been the one who tried. It helps a lot. If you understand this and you get this and it makes sense to you, give me a makes sense in the comments. Something that you can do, put that in the comments. Makes sense to me. I can do this. Put that in the comments below. So, and then point 5 is focus on personal well-being. So important to self-care. Take care of yourself. Your well-being, of course, should always be a priority for yourself when you're dealing with a toxic person. Toxic coworkers can definitely be emotionally draining. It can be extremely traumatic. So make sure you engage in something that can, where you can take care of yourself outside of work, take care of your physical well-being, your mental well-being, your emotional well-being, even your spiritual well-being, so that you feel refreshed, energized, renewed, restored. Breathing exercises, something that's going to help you pivot your mind, take care of your mind, whether it's meditation, yoga, gratitude journals, being with people who are going to lift you, whatever it is that is going to help you so that you can stay strong is so, so, so important. Mindfulness exercises. You want to stay grounded. You want to stay focused. You want to be able to observe your emotions almost like a third party so that you aren't triggered. Because if your emotions take over, then you will be finding yourself in a place that you perhaps don't want to be at work. Those are the 5 ways to overcome toxic coworkers. I hope you found this helpful. Which one did you find the most helpful? I would love to know. Drop me a comment below. I'd love to have your feedback and know which one you love the most, which one that you're going to start incorporating first. If you love this video, if you like this video, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, give it a share it out on your social media, share it out to a friend, send it email around to a friend so that they can see this too, because this is so important. People are suffering. Make sure if you haven't subscribed to this channel that you go ahead and do that now. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you can get more empowering content like this when you're dealing with toxic people, difficult people, high conflict people. Thank you, as always, for being part of this empowering community. When we rise, we all rise. The next video that I want you to watch, very much highly recommend that you watch, is using these killer comebacks to put narcissists in their place. That will also help you when you're dealing with toxic people in your life, toxic coworkers, whoever it is that you're dealing with that's toxic. All right, killer comebacks to put narcissists in their place. I'm Rebecca Zung. I'm so glad that you were here with me today, and I will see you in that next video. Remember that today is a great day to start negotiating your best life. And I'll see you in that next video.